If you're tired of posting content and getting zero engagement and wondering how the hell you're supposed to convert your followers into paying customers, then you're gonna wanna listen up because this video is gonna be everything for you. I'm gonna show you the exact Instagram follower ad strategy my service-based businesses are using to generate 200 to 100 qualified followers every day for as little as $3 per follower. And here's the kicker. This isn't a vanity metric. These are people that actually want to buy. Look, I've been running this exact same strategy for the last 3 years. It's the same system that resulted in my clients making millions of dollars directly from Instagram. Like my client RH Screen Plus Roofing, they've generated over 400K with this strategy, as well as First Choice Tile Inc. He generated 20K with a $463 ad spend in his first month. First, I'll show you the exact Instagram funnel that actually converts. Second, I'm gonna show you the 2 different ad strategies and when it's ideal to use either one of them. And finally, I'm gonna walk you through the exact step-by-step ads manager strategy that you can launch and start getting results from immediately. By the end of this video, you're gonna have all the knowledge you're gonna need to turn a stranger into a follower and a follower into a paying customer. Now let's get right into it and kick this off. Most people think follower ads and followers are just vanity metrics. That's completely bullshit, and here's how it actually works. Step number 1, boost your organic content to your ideal customer. Step number 2, you wanna bring in and attract followers for a cost per follow of under $2. Step number 3, don't be a dirtbag, start an actual conversation with the people that come to your page. Step number 4, if they are qualified, then invite them to a call so you can sell them your product or service. Stepmom number 5, just sign them as a client. This isn't rocket science. Most people entirely screw this up is because they're trying to attract everyone instead of their ideal fit client profile. All you have to remember is we're not trying to become the next Mr. Beast. All we're trying to do is attract our ideal fit client for our business. There are 2 ways to launch these ads. The wrong way is going to result in you burning and wasting a lot of money. Approach number 1 is really simple and straightforward, and you're going to want to use this approach if you're spending less than $100 a day on your marketing budget. I want you to go to the computer and find your most engaging post. It's important from computer, not your phone, because if you launch ads from your phone, Apple fees you. If you want to avoid the fee from Apple, use the computer. Now, all we're going to do is find the most engaging post that should ideally attract your ideal fit avatar. All you need to do is hit boost. Now, this works really well for beginners because you can launch an ad relatively easily and just let Meta find your ideal clients. Step number 2 is more advanced, and we're going to go to Ads Manager. Now, there's lots of settings here, and this is confusing for most people, but we're going to break this down step by step. You're going to want to use the ad manager approach when you're spending more than $100 every day on your marketing budget. Now, a lot of people say, hey, when I run ads, my engagement goes down. That is true for most people. However, it's usually temporary. Your engagement starts to normalize after just a week or 2. And then long term, it'll be no impact. And reality is, what do I care about engagement? I'm focused on sales and conversion. The reason why you want to use the advanced method from Ads Manager is, 1 is you can add in a lot more creatives to every campaign. Number 2 is you have more controls to target individuals. So obviously, your chances of success would be much greater if you had 20 creatives versus just 1. That's just my opinion, but I think statistically, the data clearly backs this up, at least in every business that I've worked with. All right, step number 3, we're gonna launch the exact setup. Here's the step-by-step Ads Manager process. The campaign level, you're just gonna choose the objective. We're gonna optimize here for traffic, AKA follower ads. I like to name the campaign O for optimized, and we can put followers. Simply set your budget to a solid testing budget of $50 to $100 a day. Next, we're gonna go to the ad set level. Remember, it's campaign, ad set, ads. And ad set's where all your detailed targeting happens. Now, most people get this wrong, and they're gonna wanna go broad here for their targeting. Since we're asking very little of Meta, basically anybody that's gonna come to the page, that's all we want you to do. I highly suggest you being very detailed on your targeting. Gender, location, and then interest. And the single fastest way to get ideal targeting for something so simple as follower ads is use a lead list or anybody that's purchased your product. Feed that back up into Meta. You need their first name, their last name, their number, their email. That's usually very helpful for Meta. Feed that up there and then build a lookalike audience, 1%, 3%, 5%, 7% off of that targeting. Basically asking Meta to consider the information and behavior of the people that have already purchased and then widen the audience by a percentage, basically increasing the audience that you're going to try to target. I typically use 2 to 3 different lookalike audiences for what I want to do. People that have sent me messages, people that have followed the account, my purchaser list. I upload that all up in the Meta and I build lookalike audiences off that, specifically under the condition I'm starting with a brand new ad account. You're going to want to ensure that you adjust the placements so that you're only targeting a specific subset. For me, like turn off all the Facebook stuff and just focus on Instagram. The next step is you're going to want to select the ad level. Here's where all the magic happens. You're going to want to boost the last highest performing 10 to 20 reels or posts that got the most engagement from your Instagram profile. Throw all those into one ad set. For example, if I help roofers get leads for their business, I'm not going to want to boost posts talking about lifestyle or mindset related things. They're not going to help my business or attract my ideal clients because they're mismatched. We want to be very specific. So when I'm giving advice, like a client testimonial from a roofer would be very powerful, especially if they had a great testimony. Say, hey, look, I typically don't buy things from the internet, but I found Clinton through social media. Clinton helped me generate over $100,000 in new business from Instagram alone off of $10,000 a marketing budget. That's huge for my business. That's so much better than talking about lifestyle or some broad topic that just happened to be interesting to a lot of people. Be specific. It should call out and attract your ideal fit client. Now, a pro tip here is end to end, your ad should always address exactly what action you want your clients to take. Potential clients. So if it's book a call with me, you should say that in your ad. If it's follow the page to, learn more about how I help businesses like yours, it should say that. If it's fill out this form and learn more, click the link below. Like tell them exactly what it is that they're going to get out of it through their call to action. All right, step number 4 is the analysis part of this process. Now, most of your gurus aren't going to tell you exactly which indications are successful. They so conveniently leave that out of all their content. Now for me, all you simply do is go to column customization and ensure you're going to want to add a couple things, namely Instagram followers. It's not set by default and I have no idea why, but ensure that you add that into your column view as a custom column and it'll help you immensely. In general, you want your cost per follow to be right around $3 or less. 3, 2, 1. Obviously, lower is better, but you have to weigh that against the results you're getting that also result in a purchase. So if I had 1,000 followers come through and they were 10 cents each, but no one purchased, would it help my business? No, that would be too broad. It would be too entertaining and not very specific. That's why we want to ensure that the ads and content that we're using are highly targeted for our ideal client. So roofers that want to generate leads, pay attention to this client testimonial. He was able to invest $500 and secure a $20,000 remodel job. That's huge. Hector, tell him about it. And then they go off on the testimonial. That does so much more for your business than it being too broad. Like anybody, it just needs to be specific. For example, you're going to take a look at this. One of my recent clients spent about 150 bucks. He attracted about 178 followers. And he got about 38 messages. So a little bit over $3 a message, right? Not bad. Resulted in several booked calls and 1 close. So now it's a math problem. Not only are we going to retarget most of those people, so they're now in the ecosystem and we get to hit them for way cheaper, but the math that results in a purchase, now we can determine scalability. If for every 1 client he signed cost him $150 in marketing, and he's selling a high ticket personal development coaching personal development coaching for thousands of dollars, and he only works with clients for 6 months to a year, Now that's very scalable. So that now our $150 makes perfect sense mathematically to scale this business. That's it. And the rule of thumb for most fitness clients is about $150 to $200 per client acquisition. So that's why that $299 product that you're selling month to month doesn't make sense, because the cost of acquisition is too high to manage profitability. So that high ticket offer makes the biggest of difference for very specific niches. So anytime that I were able to get followers for $2, between $1 and $2, and it's resulting in me signing clients for my product or service, or any product or service, I count that as typically highly profitable. When it comes to the range of what you're looking for about a 3x return. So on an info product, if you're getting 3 to 4x return on your marketing budget, so I put in 100 and I make back 400, that is a very scalable product. Minus operational cost, ads, and overhead, I'm still sitting at like a 1 to 3x return. We can scale that all day long. Under the businesses that I've worked with over and over and over again, there's only two mistakes they typically make. One is they don't have enough advertising creative diversity to find out what works. And number two is they're just simply not spending enough. $20 a day is probably not going to cut it when you're charging $100,000 for roofs. It's just not. You should be spending 10% of your top line revenue goal on your marketing budget for sustainment for an established business. It's not my metrics. That's what Google recommends. And you know what? It works. Every business that I deal with, that's the metric standard, 10%. Now, if you don't want to do them yourself, it seems too scary and you're dealing with too much money, definitely book a call, talk to my team so we can launch your follower ads and get you moving in the right direction. Most people are overcomplicating their ads. Now, if you got value out of this video right here, you're gonna wanna check out this video where I show you the exact AI tool that I use to help me script all my videos in under 10 minutes.